Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Alert Center today. We are talking about the Summer Games, an exciting time here in Nebraska for the Special Olympics Nebraska. We have a bunch of different things that are coming, especially for the summertime. We want to discuss this with President and CEO Carolyn Chamberlain, who joins us now at the Alert Center. Carolyn, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I'm sure you're very busy gearing up for all of this fun to come. Let us know what we can expect.
Yeah, we're here at Common Grounds in Elkhorn, where we are having our swim event today. That is our second day of competition for these 4 days of summer games. So we started with volleyball last night. We've been swimming since 9 o'clock this morning. We have 64 heats today, so it's a full day in the pool. And then tonight, opening ceremonies down at the DJ Sokol Arena downtown at Creighton University. It's exciting.
Tell us more about the opening ceremonies. What can we expect? What's the vibe out there?
Opening ceremonies is really the highlight of these games because our athletes get to take part in the march into the arena. It's very celebratory and special to them. They're recognized and honored. And then there's entertainment. We have local artists. Lemon Fresh Day will close out the night, but we have a stunt dog show that we'll have. We have another event where our athletes are going to be competing in some fun games on the floor. And then we will also award some of our athletes and coaches into our Hall of Fame. So it'll be a big night tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let us know, what does it take to get invited into the Hall of Fame? What is that all about?
That is a special recognition given to athletes and coaches who are nominated, and it's based on how many years they've been involved, the types of work they've done for us, and their experience with Special Olympics Nebraska. So there's a process, they get nominated, there's a review panel that reviews the nominees, and then tonight they'll learn that they've been selected.
Oh my gosh, I bet you that's a nail biter for everyone that's watching. That's really great. So tell us a little bit more about some of the events to come.
So tomorrow we will be having health screenings all day at Creighton. We will screen in, I think, 7 different disciplines. So our athletes will get their eyes checked. If they need glasses, we provide a free pair of glasses. They'll have a dental screening, a foot screening, a hearing screening. We have a mental health screening. We have health education. We have a screening on flexibility and strength. So they have a whole day of free health screenings, and then tomorrow evening we go to Northwest High School and we will do field events. So we will be there all evening taking care of all of the field events, and then Saturday morning we'll be back there on the track and we'll be running track events all day long until the evening, and then we close out our event with a formal banquet and a dance. And it's really a great way to end the celebration, where we then will see our athletes go home on Sunday.
Wow. Okay. So a lot going on. And tell us about volunteering. I mean, it seems like you may be at capacity this year, but if people want to maybe perhaps volunteer in the future, what can they do?
Our website is a great place to learn about volunteer opportunities. That is SONE.org. And there's a button at the top that says Get Involved. And if you click there, it's going to give you a lot of opportunities. So you may want to consider being a coach or have a volunteer experience that's a little more than just coming to one event. So those are listed, and then also as we approach different events throughout the year, there'll be little job opportunities there that you can register for. And so, as you can imagine, these 4 days take a lot of help and support, and it is quite a sight to behold as I'm watching all of the volunteers today working every race here at the swim event, and it's really, we couldn't do it without our volunteers. And the beautiful part is, what we often get told is that when a volunteer signs up to work with us, they come prepared to give. And what ends up happening is when they leave, they say, I received so much more than I ever gave. And it's been a very positive experience. So I think in that regard, people should consider it, because I always say, spend 20 minutes with one of our athletes and you'll be hooked for life.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, just working with people and sports. I mean, what sounds better than that? Not a lot out there, I would argue, as well. Wonderful. Okay, Carolyn, well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck today with the swimmers and the banquet all the way at the end. So we've got plenty of things going on until then, but really appreciate it today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later. Okay, so if you were just joining us at the Alert Center, we were just speaking about Special Olympics Nebraska. Currently, the swimming is going on. Carolyn, the president and CEO, discussing various opportunities. She said they can't do it without their volunteers. I think that was the biggest takeaway today at the Alert Center. Now, meantime, we do want to go over a little bit about the weather, see how it's looking out there. It looks beautiful out there, so let's take a look from our Blackstone camera here. You can see some clouds out there, not too bad, but blue skies and sunshine. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says today it's going to be partly cloudy and breezy out there with a high of 65. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 42. So it's been kind of chilly these past few evenings anyway. So perhaps one more night in the 40s. Who knows? I'll let the meteorologists handle that part of it. But as we look into Friday and into the weekend, here's a look from our Southwest First National camera over at the Desert Dome. The sun glimmering off the dome there. Friday, a 60% chance of showers and a few storms after 9 in the morning through the afternoon. Here is the token. Nothing severe, that's what Rusty says, and it will not be steady rain. So something to take note of there. A high of 61. And then Saturday, let's take a live look over at 90th and Dodge as we take a look at the traffic situation there. Everything looks like it's flowing smoothly to me, so good news there. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a 60% chance of mostly evening showers. And again, music to our ears, the severe threat is low at this time with a high of 69 degrees. So that's the good news there. Now for the latest on news and weather, you can always head to our website, firstalert6.com, and I'll leave these stories as a web extra for you. Our digital team diligently working on the latest and greatest for you here. And again, for First Alert 6 weather, you can always click on this gray tab and you have the latest on the current conditions here in Omaha and elsewhere if you're interested in checking that out as well. Now, in the meantime, just want to say thank you so much for joining us at the Alert Center. Please do stay tuned for our broadcast at 3 o'clock. We'll see you then.